last event for the year. I cannot believe it. Yeah. So, the next time we meet, it will be the new year. And tonight's event is a little bit different. We are going to be talking also, I wanted to just talk about the fact that we're going to have some giveaways tonight. So you have to kind of stay till the very end to hear my questions and answer to see if you can win some giveaways. Yeah. And also, we are going to have some of the similar things. We're going to have our grid and a yin practice, but it's going to be a little bit of an abbreviated yin practice because I want to do some affirmations tonight. As we head into the holidays, it's real easy to, hi Sarah, it's real easy to get so focused on everybody else, right? It's so easy to get focused on what you're supposed to be doing for other people, what you're supposed to be doing for, getting your house ready, getting all the presents wrapped, getting the cooking done, the cleaning done, getting everything prepared and ready, and it's so easy to forget about yourself. And so I want to do some affirmations kind of about not only self-care, but about being positive and loving towards yourself, especially as we head into the new year, to kind of wrap up everything that we've been talking about. Hi, Lauren. Everything that we've been talking about over the last few times that we've been meeting. And one of the things I especially want to talk about tonight is letting go. Or letting it go, letting go, is that like Disney or something? I don't know, isn't there like some kind of Frozen or, I don't know, there's some kind of movie about letting go or letting it go. Anyway, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about letting go of burdens and stressors and things that are keeping you from being your true authentic self and from following your, hey Julie, from following your dreams. And you know what they are. You know what those things are. Hey Priscilla, you know what those things are that are holding you back from being your true self and being happy within your heart. And what I want to do is just help you to focus on those things so that you can find easier ways to let go of those things. So as usual, I have created a grid tonight for us for the next couple of weeks to work on those things. The intention was set on this grid. Let me see, I'll show you the photo of this grid. So this grid, the intention on this grid is, here it is. Oh, there's a terrible reflection here. Let me get rid of that if I can. Okay, there we go. So this, come on. There we go. This grid is has the intention for helping us to let go of stressors and burdens to help us move forward. And the focus stone is Argonite. Surrounding that is aquamarine and blue lace agate, citrine, quartz, clear quartz points, clear quartz tumbles, and kyanite, blue kyanite. So all of these stones are about moving forward, letting go, and self-love. So this will be in my studio here in my office for the next several weeks. And I will have it here, and I will also post the picture of it in our Facebook group for you to have a reminder. And I'll post the crystals that are in there and remind you of the intention that I set for this grid. And then I want to talk about oils that you can use during your meditation practice or during your yoga practice. I have a few of them here. Of course, lavender. Lavender, the master oil. It's good for everything. Again, frankincense is also a master oil. You can use this just about every time that you would lavender as well. These are all good oils to help you with release and letting go. Another one, bergamot. This is also a favorite of mine. Smells wonderful. It's a citrusy fragrance, kind of like Earl Grey tea, if you're familiar with that. And then last but not least, another one. This is a wonderful fragrance called Sarah. And Sarah is a blend of geranium and yang lang. Smells wonderful. Now, any of these you can rub in your hands, inhale before a practice. You can put it on the back of your neck. You can put a few drops on the top of your head. You can also, if you like to use an oil before you go to bed, you can put them on the soles of your feet. And it will help you, especially at night. If you have trouble sleeping, the lavender is a great one, and the frankincense also is a great one to do. Remember, if you're using any citrus oils, bergamot or any other citrus oil, you have to be careful when you apply the oil. If you're going out in the sunshine, apply the oil and maybe wait a half an hour to 45 minutes before you go out into the sunshine, because these they're prone to sun sensitivity, any citrus oil. There's also another great fragrance blend oil by Young Living that's called Release. I use it quite often, especially at night also. It has jasmine and lemon and geranium, blue cypress, lots of beautiful fragrances. I didn't have it upstairs here in my studio. I keep it downstairs. But that is also another great one. The name speaks for itself, Release. It's great for letting go. So you can use those, especially in a meditation. I like to use them in a meditation. And I kind of want to talk a little bit about meditation, because a lot of people think, meditation, letting go, oh, how can I let things go? Well, I want you to kind of think about letting go as easy as an exhale. All right, it takes a little bit of effort to inhale, doesn't it? But exhaling just kind of comes natural. And I want you to kind of think about letting go becoming as easy as an exhale. Now, you think, oh, that cannot possibly be. Because when you think about meditating, it's like all these things going on in my head, and I can't get rid of the thoughts. And, it's perfectly normal to have all these thoughts all day long. But what you need to do is just accept the fact that you have these thoughts. And that's a normal human thing. You have all these thoughts, good, bad, ugly, whatever, happy, sad, whatever these thoughts may be. And you just have to accept the fact that you have these thoughts, especially during meditation. It's just normal. What you have to kind of learn to do, I guess, is you have to learn to accept the fact and acknowledge the fact that you have the thought. You're sitting there, you're trying to meditate, you're trying to be a good student in meditation. You have a thought, it's floating around in there. and you're like, oh, I gotta get rid of it. Well, just acknowledge it. It's there. Okay, it's there. What is the thought? Give it a name. It's, I don't know, whatever it may be. It's a thought about my brother, my sister, my job, whatever it is. Give it a name. And then, just like you would exhale, maybe you even want to, take a breath, exhale, and release it. Let it go. Let it go. I personally don't even like to do that association with a cloud floating, because then that just gives me another thing to think about, right? So you're trying to meditate, thoughts are rolling around in there, normal, name it, acknowledge it, name it, inhale, let it go. And I have had conversations with people who I know that struggle with negative thoughts daily while they're just doing their normal daily thing, right? Not even trying to meditate, just struggling with negative thoughts. And so what I try to do is help them with having an association. Okay, picture this thing in your mind that you can do to shut that negative thought off. Maybe it's, okay, that thought is in my head again. I'm pulling down a gate, or I'm pulling down like a garage door, and I'm closing off my access to that thought. Maybe it works for you, maybe it doesn't. Or maybe what you have to do is go for a walk. Maybe what you have to do is read a book. Maybe what you have to do is listen to music. You have to come up with something that works for you to learn to let it go, whether it be in meditation, whether it be in your normal daily life, so that you can not be so burdened with the negativity, but allow yourself to release that, to let that go, and find the positive, the inner desire and dreams, and the things that you really want to be and want to follow and dream of in yourself, so that you can be happy and stress-free and healthy. Because all of that negativity makes you unhealthy. It raises your blood pressure. It ages you prematurely. It does all these unhealthy things to you. I was reading a book, and I want to read just a little bit of it to you. And I told you tonight would be different, and it is a little bit different. So this is a little bit longer before we get into our yin. But I want to read this little bit to you. And this has to do with letting go. And this has to do with about a story from a monk living at a monastery, obviously. And he's saying that one morning in the monastery there was a commotion. A farmer had been leading his water buffalo to graze in the paddy fields, and he had tied a rope around the animal. The buffalo got spooked and started to run, but the farmer held tight to the rope. The buffalo was much stronger than the farmer, and the rope became entangled, dragging the farmer. His finger was severed by the pulling rope, and he sought medical aid from the monastery. The obvious lesson for everyone that morning was, when your water buffalo is on a rampage, let it go. You cannot stop a rampaging buffalo, so the wisest course is to get out of the way. After a while, the buffalo will stop running, and then you can calmly walk after it, pick up the rope, and lead it again. Don't try this while it is out of control. Let go. As the monk pointed out, we all have rampaging water buffaloes in our lives from time to time. Our son, our daughter, partner, mother, boss, customers. When they are raging out of control, out of fear or anger, the wisest action is to do nothing. Let them come to a stop and then deal with the drama. We also have water buffaloes in our mind, the raging thoughts that won't stop. Don't try to stop them when they are raging. For the moment of calm, wait, and then go pick up the rope and lead those thoughts skillfully. Right? It makes perfect sense. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, acknowledge it, name it. Exhale, let it go. Makes sense to me. All right. So we're going to go onto our mats, and we're going to find easy seat, and we're going to do a few affirmations as we head towards the end of the year and towards a new year. And these are affirmations to think about yourself positively and about letting go of burdens and stressors in your life. All right, so I'm going to head back. And don't forget, I will have some questions for you at the end of our program tonight, so that if you are among the first, hey Lori, if you're among the first to answer, we will, there'll be giveaways of some little jewelry items, and some ebooks, Yoga Nidra, MP4s, Yoga Nidra, and some other guided meditations. But only if you answer the questions at the end of the program tonight. Okay. So find your easy seat. Have your shoulders nice and relaxed. And softly close your eyes. And you can just breathe normally. And I will say an affirmation, and you can repeat it to yourself silently if it resonates with you. If it doesn't, you can just wait until I speak another affirmation. I am strong. I am worthy. I am precious. I am worry-free. I release all fears of not being perfect. I am good enough. I am perfect in my own way. I let go of the need to control. I say goodbye to things in my life that block my growth. I live my life without restraints. I have a clutter-free space before me. I am free of burdens. I am free to live the life I've dreamed of. Gently open your eyes, and we'll move into our first yin pose, which will be child's pose. So you have the option of using a bolster or a pillow. We will be in this pose for about 4 minutes. And for anybody new tonight, new to yin, yin is a more introspective, meditative type of yoga. We work primarily on our mat. We are working the deep tissues of the body. And that's why we hold the pose longer, because that allows us to get into the deeper tissues. And we find the pose, find what we call our edge in the pose, which is where we find sensation and this is not restorative, okay? We're not like cozy comfy here. We do find sensation in the pose. We are using ligaments, tendons, the fascia, so we do want some sensation, but we want to be able to be in this pose for a certain amount of time, so we don't want to overdo it, because we want to be able to be there for those 4 minutes or 5 minutes or however long we will be in the pose. So it's kind of like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. You know, you got to find where it's just right for you in order for you to hold that pose for the whatever length of time we will be in it. And when you find that point in the pose where you're feeling sensation, no pain, and you're able to hold it for the 3 to 5 minutes, whatever we're doing, you remain relatively still in that pose in order to get down into the deeper tissues. And we do modify, we do use props. That's perfectly okay, and I will show you what we're able to do here in child's pose. So child's pose, you're going to have your knees on the edge of the mat. You're going to have your toes touching. You're going to sit on your heels. And if you want to use a pillow, if you have a bolster, that's great. If you want to use a pillow, you can come down on your pillow like that. You're going to feel a nice stretch in the lower back. You're going to feel a stretch in the shoulders. This is a nice spinal stretch. You can also use a bolster in place of the pillow. If this is uncomfortable on your knees, you can have a pillow under your, a blanket under your knees. You can have a blanket under your feet if you find it uncomfortable underneath the insteps of your feet. You can also have a pillow here if that makes the pose more comfortable for you. But again, this is not restorative. You do need to feel sensation. You do need to feel that you're using muscles and you are feeling some sensation here in your body, okay? Now, if you're one of these really flexible people and you want to come all the way down and just be here, that's okay too. You don't need to use props if you don't choose to. All right, we're going to be here for 4 minutes. I have to find my timer. I will start the clock. If you have your head turned to one side, we're at the halfway point, you can turn your head in the opposite direction. use your hands to push yourself up. And then bring your legs out in front of you. Now just shake your legs a little bit. Maybe tap the outer and inner thighs. And we'll move into butterfly. So again, if you have a pillow or a bolster handy, you may want to use that. We're going to bring the soles of our feet together. Straighten the spine a little bit. Relax the shoulders. And here's where you may want a pillow, or if you have a bolster, you put your bolster here, and you're just going to fold forward and have your hands around your toes. Or if you're using a pillow, it'll kind of look more like this. Okay? So we're going to be here for about 3 minutes. So you may have thoughts coming in and out. Forward folds tend to be very introspective. So just think about what I mentioned earlier. If you have thoughts floating through your mind, acknowledge them, name them, maybe take a breath, exhale and let them go. Slowly bring yourself up. You're going to move that bolster or pillow away. Straighten your legs. Okay, let me move this so you can see better. And then I want you to just come down on your back, just in Shavasana for a moment to rest. Okay, now use your elbows and your hands to bring yourself back up. Legs are straight. We're going to do caterpillar. So if you have a pillow or a bolster, you're going to have that sort of on top of your legs. I'll show you with a pillow. You don't have to, but I'll show you without, I guess, first. Just take a nice, have your shoulders relaxed, take a nice breath, and you're just going to fold forward. You don't have to reach your toes. You just want to feel sensation in the backs of those legs. You're going to feel it probably in the lower back. And remember, we're going to be here for about 3 minutes. So you're not striving to reach all the way. That's why you may want to have a pillow. So you're still feeling that sensation, but you've got something to rest your head on maybe. Make sure your jaw is relaxed, your toes are relaxed, your fingers are relaxed. right, slowly bring yourself up. Move your bolster away, and then we're going to go back down onto our mats for a mini shavasana. And then again, elbows and hands to bring yourself back up to seated. And we're going to do dragonfly now, which is wide-legged. I'm going to turn to face you, but you can stay as you are on your mat. So you're going to have your legs wide. Bolster or pillow, I would highly recommend. Nice straight spine. Relax your shoulders, and then we're going to fold forward. Now this you're really going to feel on your inner thighs, okay? So you don't want to overdo it. You don't want to feel any zinging or electrical or anything really painful in here. If it's painful, or if you're feeling anything zinging in the knees, then I'd rather have you bring your legs in a little bit, okay? Rather than go really wide. Bring your legs in a little bit and then come forward. Again, find that happy medium, that happy place for you. You still want sensation. You want to use all of the muscles, the ligaments, the tendons. You definitely want some action going on in there, but you don't want to overdo it. We're going to be here for 3 minutes. Slowly bring yourself up. You can move that bolster. Use your hands to bring your legs together and then bend your knees. Bring your arms behind you like kickstands, and then we're just going to windshield wiper our legs. Okay, good. Now we're going to go onto our backs. If you have a block, that's great. We're going to do bridge. We're going to do bridge with a block or a bolster. Pillow's okay, not as good. I really prefer a block if you have it. Blocks are very inexpensive at places like Kohl's or TJ Maxx or Amazon. I know I talk about that a lot, so I highly recommend that you get a couple of blocks. So you're going to come down onto your back, bend your knees. I'm trying to see my, okay. And I'll show you with a pillow first. You're going to lift your booty, and you're going to put that pillow right underneath your sacrum, which is that flat bone. Right back here. Doesn't give you a whole lot of lift. You might want to use 2 pillows if you only have pillows. A block lift. Block is going to give you a nice lift here. So you want to bring your feet, the heels of your feet in as close as you can to the block. Your legs and knees are parallel. Your palms are down flat on the floor. Your chin is towards your chest. Of course, now I have to find my clock. You don't want your legs like this or knee knocked. You just want them nice and parallel. All right. Now we're going to lift the right leg up towards the ceiling and then the left. And we're going to be here for legs up the wall. This is very good for your lymphatic system, good for your blood pressure. This is also good if you have insomnia. Okay, bring the right leg back down and then the left. And then lift your booty, bring out that pillow or block, whatever you have there, and then straighten your legs. And then just rest in Shavasana for a moment. Good. All right, now we're going to bend the knees, bring both legs up, try to grab onto your ankles or the bottoms of your feet for happy baby, and pull your knees towards your armpits. You want to massage that sacrum, massage your spine. You can roll and rock a little bit if that feels good to you. Now bring the soles of your feet together and then drop your legs down to your mat. Straighten your legs and find your Shavasana. I'm the goddess, strong and yet fragile, radiant and yet shy, kind and yet fierce, sweet and yet sassy. I'm the goddess. All polarities dance in me. My brokenness lies in wholeness. My shadows open to light. My despair is held in peace. I'm the goddess. I long to connect and yet withdraw. I long to speak and yet savor the quiet. I long to dance and yet melt in stillness. I long to laugh and yet rock a good cry. I long for harmony and yet embrace the chaos. I'm the goddess. My heart breaks for my sisters. Even though we are more than our stories, my anger rises for justice. Even though we are specks of dust, my gut clenches for abused children, even though we're held by the same mother. I'm the goddess. I'm the non-dual reality, Satchitananda. Neither bypassing nor glossing over will do. For all dualities are contained in me, imperfect stories and broken pieces too. I'm the goddess, and so I show up every day and in every way, with a heart as open as it can be, to test the limits of my awakeness and slay the dragons of my own making. Growing tired, I sit and rest, gathering courage so I can slay some more. I'm the goddess, and so I sit with my fears and hopes, bearing witness to divine alchemy as they turn to sweetness and strength. I glance in the mirror, and what do I see? The goddess staring back at me. Take a nice deep breath and sigh it out. One more time. Nice deep breath and sigh it out. Begin to bring movement back to your body, your fingers, your toes. Maybe move your head from side to side. Give yourself a stretch. Maybe hug your knees to your chest. And then roll over onto one side. And rest. Then slowly bring yourself back up to easy seat. Keep your eyes gently closed. Your hands resting softly on your knees, palms up or down, whichever feels right. Take one more nice deep breath. And sigh it out. I'm going to repeat my favorite affirmation from tonight. I hope it resonates with you. I am free to live the life I've dreamed of. Let yourself be free by letting go. Recognize the thoughts. Acknowledge them. Notice and name them. And let them go. Bring your hands to your heart. As we end this year, and as we end this evening, I have so much to be grateful for from you, and I thank you so much. It is always such a joy and such a pleasure for me to share these times with you. And I wish you peace, and I wish you joy, and I wish you wonderful holidays. Namaste. And so now I have giveaways for anybody who is still with me and can answer a few questions. Anybody who's still with me live. I've got 4 questions and some prizes. I've got some cool jewelry things. And whoops, this pair of earrings just fell out. Nice little silver earrings that I brought back from Tulum, Mexico when I was there. Let's see. So, and I've got some MP3 yoga nidras and guided meditations. So, first question, whoever gets this right gets to, you need to message me once you've gotten your answer, and then we can talk about gifts. Okay, so the first question is, what is the focus stone of tonight's grid? I will show you the grid again, just so you can be reminded. Anybody? Oops. Here it is. Crap. Crappity crap, crap, crap. Here it is. Anybody recall the focus stone of tonight's grid? No? No takers? Ooh, you're missing out, guys. All right, on to the next question. We'll see if anybody gets that while we're going on to the next question. Okay, who knows the name of the Hindu god represented on my t-shirt tonight? Anybody? Anybody? Anybody out there know the name of the Hindu god represented on my t-shirt? Hello out there. All right, next question. What master oils did I mention tonight during the presentation? I mentioned 2 master oils, so there's 2 prizes. What master oils did I mention tonight? All right, let's see. And then last question. Hi, Elise. Last question. You're just in time for the giveaways, but I don't know if if you weren't watching earlier, I don't know if you can, Elise, if you can answer any of these questions. You might be able to. Okay, I'm going to do the questions again. Oops. Shoot. One more time. What is the focus stone of our grid tonight? Does anybody remember what the focus stone is of our grid tonight? And who knows the name of the Hindu god represented on my t-shirt? Anybody? And does anybody remember what 2 master oils I talked about at the beginning of our program tonight? 2 master oils I talked about. Anybody? no takers. God, you guys don't pay attention very well. Okay. And then, does anybody know when the next gift of stillness is? Ganesha! We have a taker! Yay, Marlene! Ganesha! You got it! Ganesha! Okay, you just need to message me and we can talk about what prize you want. Okay? Or I'll see you tomorrow, actually, at the office. At Special Olympics, so we can talk about it then. Cool. Yes, you are right, Marlene. This is Ganesha. This represents Ganesha, one of my favorite gods, the god who helps you with obstacles. Yes. Yay. Very good, Marlene. So when do we meet next? When is the next gift of stillness? When I look at my calendar, it's supposed to be New Year's Day, January 1st, and I'm thinking, probably that is not a good day. So I'm thinking January 8th. Yeah, January 8th. That's a giveaway answer. All right, nobody answered the right question, the right answer for the focus stone so far, and nobody answered the 2 master oils that I mentioned. But Marlene, congratulations. You have won a prize. Good for you. And we'll talk about it tomorrow, or you can message me and we'll talk about it then. Okay, very cool. All right, everybody, thank you for being with me tonight. And I hope everybody has happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas. And I think Kwanzaa already happened. Not too sure, but I think so. So everyone enjoy their holidays, be safe, and I will see you all in the new year. January 8th is our next gift of stillness. We're going to skip January 1st because it's just not feasible for us to meet on January 1st on the holiday. So we will talk January 8th, and I will make sure that everybody gets proper notification. Okay, bye. See you later. Namaste. Happy holidays. Congratulations, Marlene. Bye.